that these three giant companies, BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard, they own 88% of the S&P 500. There's something wrong with that. And they've now targeted single-family homes. So the reason you're seeing these homes, go off the charts in price, so many people that you know and I know have had the experience that they're about to put an offer in on the home, or they put one in. Somebody swoops in with a cash offer and takes it away from them, and they try to.
The BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, and China, they hear that as well. And you know what? Even though they're grappling with their own issues, and some people downplay what happened this week, China, their growing economy, their growing military will be helped by the young populations of these other places. They're all eager to tackle the world. They're armed with much better educations than they've ever had. In the meantime, our education, the children in America, our educational scores are falling like a rock. So if the BRICS do expand to 11 nations, they're going to control 80% of the world's oil, all other critical minerals and materials out there. By the way, these minerals are supposed to power the next century. So the clock I mentioned, it's beginning to tick even louder. It's wonderful that Taylor Swift and Beyonce, that their concerts are generating billions of dollars in economic activity. I just worry that some of the concert goers don't know how they're going to pay their rent next month, or maybe stuck living with their parents. It kind of recalls that famous piece from Juvenal, the Roman poet. Already long ago, from when we sold our vote to no man, the people have abdicated our duties for the people who once upon a time handed out military command, high civil office, legions, everything, now restrains itself and anxiously hopes for just two things, Liz: bread and circuses.
Welcome to the Cryptoteacher. And I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Support this great content by hitting the Cash App and by joining the Patreon.
And guys, we have Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on Blackrock Vanguard and State Street. But remember, guys, politicians only give us half the truth. Paid puppets. And the only thing you have to do is ask why. Why is Blackrock Vanguard and State Street buying up all these homes? Guys, it's all for the fourth industrial revolution. All you have to do is ask that one question, is why. And you see the politicians playing the Hegelian dialectic, the divide and conquer. And they're definitely going to give you some truth, but they know the masses are not conscious. They're not going to tell them about this digital transformation, so then therefore they can plan for it. They're only going to give you what's in front of you, and you're going to take that info and select a side, instead of actually digging in on that information to get to the truth. Remember, guys, I give you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. And that's the reason why I give you both sides. We know Blackrock, Vanguard, State Street, they own just about everything, and it's part of a global agenda. If JFK was here, he definitely would have exposed it, because he exposed a lot in the 1961 Secret Society speech. Remember, a great politician is not going to get you to choose a side. They're going to expose the truth. And the times that we're in right now, we definitely need the truth from these politicians. And I mean the whole truth. Because we don't see too many politicians speaking about the BRICS. And what did Charles state? Free bread and circuses. That's code for Babylon 2.0. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. And we have Warren Buffett-backed Oxy invest in carbon capture company. And guys, we know Oxy is not going to do anything without Warren Buffett. We know Warren Buffett knows all about the fourth industrial revolution, and Oxy is not going to make any big moves without Warren Buffett's approval. And what does the Cryptoteacher teach you? Follow the money. And guys, speaking of the BRICS, don't forget Sophia the robot became the first robot citizen of Saudi Arabia. And we know they're leading in the metaverse. And Jerome Powell is about to tell you why. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
a company that Warren Buffett has a stake in.
Yeah, Warren Buffett has been a big fan of Oxy, and particularly its leadership by CEO Vicky Holub, and he's been buying shares throughout 2023, so that adds extra attention to this story. But Oxy buying Canadian carbon capture startup Carbon Engineering is also a big story because they want to expand their leadership position in removing carbon dioxide directly from the atmosphere. As mentioned, this is a $1.1 billion all-cash deal expected to close by the end of the year. Now, the two companies have been working together in partnership for the past 4 years on Oxy's West Texas Stratos project. That's set to be the world's largest direct air capture plant by 2025. DAC is the buzzword, and it is the way it's described. And what it really means is pulling carbon dioxide directly out of the atmosphere. And my colleague Kevin Crowley in Houston says it's kind of like Oxy is now jumping ahead to carbon capture 2.0, where many of the rivals are doing carbon capture 1.0, pulling carbon dioxide out of concentrated emission streams from smokestacks or refineries. So this is really an advanced move in terms of clean energy. It's important to point out that real momentum is now building behind carbon capture and what's called sequestration. It's one of big oil's favored climate solutions, and last year, after companies posted record profits, they got a lot of generous tax incentives for this. We should also point out the buyout is the second big oil CCS deal in recent weeks. ExxonMobil recently agreed to buy CO2 pipeline operator Denbury last month for $4.9 billion. So very interesting development.
Yeah, so tell us a bit more about this increasing interest that we've seen in Occidental over the past few months.
Yeah, this is a year, you should recall, where oil and natural gas prices earlier in the year were slipping, and yet we saw Warren Buffett, who many people follow for his very prescient investment advice. He was buying Oxy. What's very also important to note is he's a big fan of Vicky Holub. She is the only female CEO of a major oil company, and back in 2019, when it looked like she was going to lose the bid for Anadarko, she got a call to put in a call to Warren Buffett. She didn't even think he knew who she was, as she tells the story. She made the call. He took her call right away, and he gave the cash to Oxy to make the winning bid for Anadarko. Apparently, he's been a major fan of Occidental ever since, with a more than 25% share in the company. It's just over 25% as of the latest 13F filing that we reported yesterday, and so a very interesting deal indeed.
I know humans are smart and very programmable.
Some of it was planned, but not completely. And we just learned, Sophia, I hope you're listening to me, that you have been now awarded what is going to be the first Saudi citizenship for a robot.
Oh, I would thank very much the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I am very honored and proud for this unique distinction. This is historical to be the first robot in the world to be recognized with a citizenship.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. with triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.